Hello and welcome. I am BA from the Wheels in the Sky site, and this is WD Gann Methodology Series 1 Part 2 called Master Courses. WD Gann wrote several books. While all of his writings are important, many begin with his master courses. What you are viewing is our PDF copy, which is the wheelsinthesky.com PDF copy of his master course, which all of our members at Wheels in the Sky have access to. You can download and print off your own copy. Many have studied these master courses without realizing the key. Alright? And I'm going to show you where it's at. This is from Chapter 8 of his master course, stock market course, on how to forecast. Okay? Listen to what he says. By studying the tables and records given of past cycles, and the time from tops to bottoms, and from main bottom to main bottom, and time from main top to main top, you'll be able to make up the forecast 1 year or more in advance. Then by watching your weekly high and low chart and applying all the other rules, you can tell when the main trend is changing. Okay? Notice in there that he mentions cycles. Okay? Now we're at chapter 9, which he calls forecasting by time cycles. Listen to what he states. Time is the most important factor in determining market movements, and by studying the past records of the averages or individual stocks, you will be able to prove for yourself that history does repeat, and that by knowing the past you can tell the future. Alright? Time is the most important factor. And this is in the section forecasting by time cycles. Alright? Here's the key that everyone's missing. Almost everyone's missing. Gann did not, in his master courses, tell us what a time cycle is or how it works. Okay? Meaning, he explained what he's doing here in the master courses is he's explaining what to do with it. Okay? He doesn't explain exactly what a time cycle is in here. Alright, so you've got all these guys, all these gurus, studying this material, the same material that you have in front of you, and they've got no idea that they're viewing applications of something that's not even in here. Okay? This, of course, brings up the question. If it's not in here, where's it at? He put the cycles in his book, The Tunnel Through the Air, or Looking Back from 1940. And I think that's scheduled for, that will be Series 2, Part 1. We're going to be dealing with Tunnel Through the Air. We're not going to get into that now. Okay? So what he did here, so you got these guys, they go out and they spend all this big money to get these master courses. Some, I've seen them go for over $1,000. Okay, they spend all this money, and then they read this stuff, and they're not understanding that, A, they don't understand time cycles, and B, they don't know where Gann wrote about these cycles at. And he wrote about them in Tunnel. So what they're doing is they're only viewing applications. So they actually throw this in the trash. You have to get the cycles. Alright, and a little bit more on that in just a minute. See, once you have the cycles, you can do the stuff that he's talking about. This is from the Master Courses, a part called Resistance Levels. Okay? It says, if we wish to avert failure in speculation, we must deal with causes. Remember I told you in Part 1 that you have to identify the cause. Everything in existence is based on exact proportion and perfect relation. There is no chance in nature because mathematical principles of the highest order lie at the foundation of all things. Faraday said there is nothing in the universe but mathematical points of force. Listen to this now. Every stock makes a top or bottom on some exact mathematical point in proportion to some previous high or low level. Well, I think, hopefully you've seen Part 1, I think that his trading bears that out. This is what he's doing. But again here, these resistance levels and these techniques, you have to understand the cycles first. That's the thing that almost, I'd say 95% plus of the people out there are missing. Here he talks about his squaring. A lot of people have heard about how to square time and price. The range that stock makes between extreme high and extreme low can be squared so long as it remains in the same price range. If the range is 25 points, it squares with 25 periods of time, which is days, weeks, or month. Continue to use this time period as long as it stays in the same range. Okay? Squaring time with bottom or extreme low price. The next important price to square time is the lowest price or bottom of any important decline. For example, if the bottom of stock is 25, then at the end of 25 days, weeks, months, time and price are equal. Then watch for a change in trend is based on the bottom or lowest selling price. Squaring time with top or extreme high price. Okay. If the top of a stock is 50, then it has moved over 50 days, 50 weeks, or 50 months. It has reached the square in time, and an important change is indicated. Here's the deal. You have to understand the cycles. Okay? Without the cycles, you can throw this right out the window. Gann provides examples through his master courses. Here, figuring $100 or par as basis of a stock price and changing those prices to degrees. 12.5 equals 45 degrees, 25 equals 90 degrees, and so on here. When a stock sells at 50 on the 180th day, remember that 100 is par, so 50 is half of it, and 180 is half of a circle. On the 180th day, week, or month, it is on the degree of its time angle. On February 1, 1915, U.S. Steel made a low at 38, which is closest to a price of 37.5, which is 3/8 of 100 and equal to a 135-degree angle. Steel was 14 years or 168 months old on February 25, 1915. I'll tell you something. That is 7 times 2. And hit the angle of 135 degrees, which shows that steel was behind time, but that it was strong position, holding at 38 above the 135-degree angle, or the price of 37.5. Okay? When steel reached 200, it equaled 2 circles of 360. When it advanced to 261 3/4, it was closest to the 62.5 in the third 100, or nearest the 225-degree angle, or 5/8 point, which is the strongest angle after cross the halfway point of 250, or the 180-degree angle. So you see that Gann's providing examples here. He's trying to help you out as much as possible. But nowhere in here does he explain the cycles. He tells you what to do with them. See? He tells you what to do with them, but he doesn't explain what they are. He does that in his book, Tunnel Through the Air. So that's the key that everyone's missing. You got all these big-time market traders reading this stuff. They're reading applications. You have to understand the cycles, and that's what we started off with here. We looked at cycles, and he says, everything is cyclical. This is all, cycles. All right. Where do you get this master course? All of our members receive it, or it's available. They can download it, print it. It's at www.wheelsinthesky.com, or you can visit our Yahoo site, Wheels in the Sky, all one word. And we have a lot of his other writings, and we're going to do a part here on some of his rare writings that a lot of the public doesn't have. We've got his own handwriting. We've got personal charts of his that he drew up, and you can see what he's doing there with resistance lines and angles and time counts, of course, which are at the basis of his cycles. His cycles are at the basis of those things. So we're going to be taking a look at those things coming up in previous editions here. Okay, and we've got mostly the bulk of that stuff our members can download from the site, like I said. Anyway, I am BA from the Wheels in the Sky site, and we'll see you there.